So the final day of training, I am gonna be a bit sad I've missed it, but it was a very early start, 8 a.m. on a Saturday. But yeah, we had John again, so John Wilds, who is as I've said, a really, really good speaker, really, really enthusiastic about his job, a current franchisor. Went through scheduling with us to start with, which doesn't sound like a whole lot of fun, but it can make such a difference in your business. And sort of trying to condense your route, because it's sort of, I've had a few interviews with people where they're saying they've done 20 odd jobs in a day. And when you post something like that online, you get a lot of comments sort of saying, oh, that's impossible, you're ridiculous, like, yeah, right, all of that. But as you get bigger, you condense your area, so you're in a smaller and smaller space until you can get just down to one suburb kind of thing. And if you're working 100 jobs a week within that one suburb, it's not ridiculous to say that you're doing 20 in one day, because the driving around is so minimal. And it's things like that, understanding where your clients are. Certain ones have certain needs, so like you have to be here at 5 p.m. or 3 p.m. or whatever it is. And just managing all of them and trying to make the best route for yourself. And it's never going to be 100% perfect. Things are always going to go wrong. Jobs are going to take longer than you think, but it's just sort of, he's putting us into that mindset where we need to be aware and try and do the best that we can in that side of things. So yeah, it was a really, really valuable course lecture thing. Then one of my favourite things that we've done throughout all of training was practical quoting. So that's something which I'm a little bit apprehensive about, and I'm assuming a lot of other franchisees are a little bit worried, is doing your quoting for the first time, sort of figuring out what you think you're worth, what the job that you're doing is worth. John just explained things in a very good manner. Never do something that you're not, you wouldn't pay someone else to do for you, because what we're basically doing is saving our clients time, and what that time is worth is a variable that we've got to figure out, and what job we're doing. So if you're just doing mowing, you charge a little bit less. If you're going to be doing gutters, you charge a little bit more, that kind of stuff. Figuring out what each job is worth and what your time is worth is really valuable. And he had us, because Jim's is a massive complex which has a lot of areas which could use with some gardening work. So John took us around as a big group. We walk over here and sort of, he'd say like, how much would you charge for doing this specific area of grass, just the mowing, just the edging, that kind of thing. And we'd all write down in our little notepads what we were going to do. Took us up and we did quote on some gutters, quote on doing the pruning on these particular hedges, all of that kind of thing. So we all walked around, all wrote down our numbers, and then sort of gave us all a pretty good idea of how it all works. And yeah, that was a really, really good exercise. I feel a lot more confident now in what I'm charging, why I'm charging it, justifying it to myself as much as anybody else. So yeah, that's something which I really, really got out of it. Last thing that I sort of want to go through is the facilities at gyms, and I've not been staying at the conference centre, which a lot of people have. If you're staying from interstate, so yeah, if you're from interstate, you come and you stay at the conference centre while you're there. And everybody that I've spoken to have talked up the facility, said how brilliant it is. The rooms are wonderful. I can also attest to the food is really, really good. So yeah, kudos to the facilities that are available at gyms. And yeah, I've absolutely loved this whole week. I feel ready. I feel confident in going forward, and I know I'm not starting my business immediately, but I really believe that I can do this. And I would feel considerably less confident about all of this if I hadn't done this training course. And yeah, bring it on.